Dear viewers and my dear students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope that you are pretty fine staying inside your homes because this pandemic COVID-19 has almost restricted the people around the globe within their homes. So there is no option left with us other than to stay strictly inside our homes, and if by any compulsion we have to move out, then we must make use of masks, hand wash, sanitizers, and we must make use of all SOPs that are advised by the government machinery. So, dear students, we have been studying this poem in the previous three videos. I had explained in the first video about the author Ahmad Faiz, because this poem is actually written in Urdu by the same poet, who is an eminent poet in Urdu literature. So, in the next second video, I had dealt with the recitation part, and in the third lecture I had explained the theme, central idea of this poem, and we had dealt with some new words, expressions. And today I'm going to read this poem once again and explain the poem stanza wise, so that you may be able to appreciate the basic idea that poet wants to infuse into the reader's mind. So Faiz was basically, he has fought against the British colonialism. He was against the oppression, against this colonial imperialism. So he has talked about it. He has used his strong ink against this oppression. So you may read out this poem yourself and try to dig out the actual essence of the poem. The poet in this first stanza tells like this: "Speak up, for your lips are not sealed." So lips are not sealed means your voice is not curtailed. You have the freedom to speak, and your words are still your own. Whether you have control on someone else or not, whether you can control someone's emotions or not, whether you can motivate anybody else or not, but if you are motivated, if you want to say something, your lips are open, your hands are open, you have a good opportunity, you have a good time to write, to speak, to do whatever you can against this oppression. This upright body is yours. ये जिस्म जो है ये आपके इख्तियार में है, आपका है. आप इसका इस्तेमाल करके इससे मदद हासिल कर सकते हैं. आपके हाथ मजबूत हैं, आपका दिमाग सही सोच रहा है, आपकी आंखें देख रही हैं. So if you have the real pain, if you have the real emotion, if you have the real passion, then you should realize and you should try to speak against it. Speak while your soul is still your own. अभी आपके जिस्म में जान बाकी है. So basically the poet instigates the reader to state clearly and freely what he thinks. He should raise his strong and determined voice against the cruel, unfair, and unjust system of authority. His honesty and truthfulness will prevail. He has emotional, moral, and intellectual energy within, so he must resist boldly and challenge the oppressors. He shouldn't hesitate to say boldly and clearly what he thinks. So, and this is the way the poet wants to instigate this sentiment of bravery among the readers. And in the next stanza, then he portrays an image of this freedom struggle that the Indians were doing against the British rulers. Look there in that samidhi. So samidhi ये लोहार की दुकान में जो भट्ठी होती है. Look there in that samidhi, it's a red oven. तो वो भट्टी सुर्ख होती है, उसमें आग के शोले होते हैं, fierce flames. The padlocks are already opening their mouths. So these are basically the metaphors that are used. Though this samidhi, red oven, fierce flames, padlocks, they apparently seem some metal based, or they seem some dangerous pictures, but they actually refer to, just like this Simidi, red oven, fierce flames, it refers to the freedom struggle that is going on, that's at its peak. And the padlocks and fetters and chains, they refer to the hurdles and the circumstances and the cruel hands of the Britishers, the oppressor, that are trying to curtail, that are trying to muzzle the voice of the people. So the padlocks are already opening their mouths in this samadhi. So they are ready to curtail your voice, and each fetter is curling around. So this samadhi, red oven, flames, padlocks, fetters, they are all metaphors because they actually stand for something else. And the one dimension. The next is that they are also the beautiful image. For example, when we look into the samadhi of an iron smith, we see we can imagine the red oven, these fierce flames, padlocks opening their mouths, fetters curling around. These are at the same time images also. So the poet is trying to paint a picture of this freedom struggle. He asks the reader to look inside the blacksmith's workshop. The oven in his workshop is red because of burning, which produces heat and light. Fire in the oven is burning with brighter flames, and in these brighter flames, the metallic locks and chains are being made or repaired for the prisoners and rebels who have protested strongly and have risen up in open rebellion against injustice and cruelties. Their ankles and wrists will be fastened together with these chains and locks. तो ये है शायर का एक मुनफरिद अंदाज़ जो इसने इस्तिआरों की शक्ल में, इस्तिआरों की सूरत में पढ़ने वाले के दिमाग में एक नक्शा खींचने की कोशिश की है कि ये आज़ादी हासिल करने के लिए जो जद्दोजहद है, ये कोई आसान काम भी नहीं है, लेकिन डरना भी नहीं चाहिए। आप समझिए लोहार की भट्टी की मानद है, जहाँ आग के शोले हैं, जहाँ गर्म भट्टी है, जहाँ चेन्स बनाई जा रही हैं, जहाँ हथकड़ियाँ तैयार हो रही हैं। तो ये सारी चीज़ें आपके सामने हैं, बट you should utilize this time when you are free, when you are roaming outside. You should utilize this opportunity to gather courage and motivate other people to speak against the oppression and rebel against this cruelties and brutalities of these British rulers. Then in stanza 3rd, speak up now for time is running out. वक्त किसी का इंतज़ार नहीं करता है. Speak up now for time is running out before your body and mind fade away. और इंसान का जिस्म और इसका दिमाग, उसकी रूह भी इसका साथ ज़्यादा देर तक नहीं देती है, ज़्यादा देर तक साथ नहीं देती है. जब आप जवान हैं, जब आपकी रगों में खून है, जब आप तुंद तवाना है, तो आपको इस वक्त का इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए. Tell us for truth is not yet dead. और अभी सच ज़िंदा है, और अभी सच की जो साख्त है वो बिल्कुल मौजूद है. दाएं बाएं लोग देख रहे हैं, तो क्या करना चाहिए? स्पीक वट एवर यू हैव टू से. तो इसका इस्तेमाल करके आपको कहना चाहिए. सो बेसिकली द पोइट आस्क्स द रीडर टू कम अप विद द ट्रूथ. Time is running out before death puts an end to all our activities and our mind and body wither away. The reader must not delay. He must state boldly and clearly what he thinks. Truth will definitely prevail against falsehood. Life is no doubt very short, but whatever period has been granted to us, we should not keep our lips closed and keep mum. Instead, we must gather all our strength and courage to express freely our thoughts, ideas, feelings and words. तो फैज़ अहमद फैज़ का यही कमाल है कि इन्होंने अपनी शायरी में जो इनके जज्बात हैं, जो इन्होंने इस जुल्म और इस बर्बरियत को महसूस किया है, तो इन्होंने चाहा है कि यही एहसास अपने लोगों के दिलों में पैदा करूं और इस जुल्म और बर्बरियत के ख़िलाफ़ एक आवाज़ बुलंद करूं. और इन्होंने अपने अल्फाज और अपनी शायरी के ज़रिए से जुल्म और ज़्यादती के ख़िलाफ़ एक ज़बरदस्त आवाज़ खड़ी की है. तो जैसे इन्होंने फैज़ अहमद फैज़ ने अपने दौर में एक ऐसा कंट्रीब्यूशन दिया है अपने लिटरेचर के ज़रिए से कि उन्होंने वाकई एक ऐसा माहौल पैदा किया कि जिसमें आम सतह पर लोगों ने इस बात को समझा कि आज़ादी हासिल करने के लिए कुर्बानियों की बहरहाल ज़रूरत होती है. तो ये फैज़ अहमद फैज़ का ख़याल है कि आज़ादी किस तरह हासिल की जा सकती है, इसमें कितनी मुश्किलात है और इसके लिए कितनी सही और जद्दोजहद करनी चाहिए. So I will again request you that you must go through the lines by yourself and try to just read it yourself so that you can understand the essence of this poem in letter and separate. So thank you today. I will be coming up with more material regarding your subject. Till then, thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe.